In September 1996, Owerri was waking up to what appeared to be an ordinary morning. Nobody knew that within hours, the city would be confronted with a discovery that would horrify an entire nation. That day, a commercial motorcyclist was moving through the streets of Owerri when something unusual caught his attention. There, lying near the roadside, was a plastic bag. Something about it looked wrong, and then he noticed what appeared to be blood. Police were alerted. The bag was examined. What they discovered inside would turn a disturbing roadside incident into one of the most notorious criminal cases in Nigerian history. Inside was the severed head of a young boy. His name was Anthony Okoronkwo. This is the story of the Otokoto killing. Anthony Okoronkwo was only 11 years old to the people around him. He was simply a young boy trying to make a living on the streets of Owerri. Anthony sold groundnuts to Patchersby. It was a simple way for a young boy to earn a little money. That afternoon, he left home and went about his usual routine. Then, sometime during that day, Anthony disappeared. For his family, the first hours were filled with uncertainty. Perhaps he had gone somewhere nearby. As the hours passed, concern turned into fear. His family began asking questions. Who had seen him last? A search began, but nobody knew that Anthony's disappearance was connected to something far more sinister, and somewhere in Owerri. The trail was already leading toward a place that would soon become infamous. Toto. In Owerri, there was a hotel that most people knew simply as Otokoto. At first glance, there was nothing extraordinary about it, but investigators would soon begin looking much more closely at what was happening behind its walls. But as the investigation into Anthony's disappearance developed, police attention began turning toward the people connected to the property. Then investigators found a connection between the missing boy and the hotel. Police began examining the people and places surrounding Otokoto. A man named Innocent was arrested in connection with the investigation. What investigators found would transform a missing person case into something much darker. Investigators began putting the story together. What they found suggested that Anthony's disappearance was not an isolated incident. There was something much bigger hiding beneath the surface. As night fell over Owerri, life appeared normal. People went about their business, unaware that something horrifying had already taken place. Inside Otokoto Hotel, however, the atmosphere was very different. Behind closed doors, a terrible crime had been committed. When the horrifying discovery began to emerge, word quickly spread. What investigators found would shock Owerri and eventually capture the attention of the entire country. Outside the hotel, another story was unfolding. Fear spread through the city, and rumors began moving faster than the official investigation. Shock soon turned into anger. Residents demanded answers, while questions about who could commit such a horrifying crime began dominating conversations across the city. Investigators now faced a difficult task, separating rumors from evidence and following the trail wherever it led. And as investigators dug deeper, a name began to emerge, one that would soon become permanently associated with the Otokoto killings. The investigation was turning into a manhunt. Police began searching for the people believed to be connected to the crime man. The horrifying story of Otokoto was only beginning to unfold. Under interrogation, the main suspect arrested by the police, named Innocent, told police that he had killed the boy, and then he had buried him in the Otokoto Hotel. Police began digging through parts of the hotel grounds. What they uncovered transformed a murder investigation into something far more horrifying. Investigators uncovered the remains of the missing 11-year-old boy on the hotel premises. But investigators didn't stop there. The excavation reportedly uncovered other decapitated bodies and human bones. As news of the discovery spread, anger exploded across Owerri. Crowds gathered outside the hotel, demanding for justice. The crowd eventually stormed the compound. Buildings belonging to the hotel were sacked and set ablaze, turning the discovery into a massive public crisis. The police arrested Vincent Daru, the hotel proprietor, along with several members of his staff and other people connected to the investigation. According According to the prosecution's case, Anthony had been lured into the hotel under the pretense of buying his granduts. Investigators alleged that he was then killed and that his remains were buried on the hotel premises. The prosecution further alleged that the killing involved several people and that the boy's head had been requested for ritual purposes.